Bagi aku, pengalaman adalah guru yang paling berharga. Kita jadi punya cerita dan karya, dan aku akan mencatatnya untukmu. Subscribe dan tekan loncengnya ya. Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo teman-teman semua, apa kabar hari ini? Kembali lagi kita di Catatan Nurma. Hari ini pastinya di Catatan Nurma kali ini kita akan kembali menambah wawasan kita tentang design thinking ya. Nah, kemarin di beberapa YouTube channel aku sudah mengundang beberapa orang teman ya. Ada Mr. Dimar yang profesinya sebagai debater coach, dan juga ada teman aku Mr. Agung yang sharing tentang pengalaman belajarnya di luar negeri. Nah, dari dua teman aku ini kita jadi dapat banyak insight ya. Kita jadi banyak dapat informasi bahwa ternyata untuk menjadi seorang debater kita memang harus melatih pola berpikir kritis kita gitu ya. Dan kita sempat mengangkat istilah survival thinking, mempertahankan pendapat. Nah, itu tidak baik ya, karena yang baik itu adalah ketika kita juga belajar untuk bisa mendengarkan pendapat orang lain. Kemudian ada Mr. Agung yang sharing pengalaman belajarnya di luar negeri, di UK ya, dan di sana ternyata memang kemampuan untuk membaca dan juga menulis dalam bahasa Inggris itu penting banget dikuasai ya sebelum kita berangkat belajar ke luar negeri ya. Oleh karena itu mudah-mudahan itu bisa bermanfaat untuk kita untuk menambah wawasan kita, dan kita sudah mengumpulkan beberapa informasi. Nah teman-teman, itu adalah tahap pertama di dalam design thinking, yaitu empathize space ya, dimana kita belajar untuk mendengarkan pendapat orang lain dan mengumpulkan beberapa informasi. Kita akan langsung masuk ke yang kedua, yaitu define pace, dan kali ini aku akan mengundang seorang konsultan pendidikan dari luar negeri dan juga dari dalam negeri di Indonesia ya. Nah kali ini aku akan diskusi bersama Miss Caroline. Dia adalah merupakan seorang konsultan pendidikan yang biasanya berada di wilayah Singapura ya. Nah nanti Miss Caroline akan sharing nih kepada kita bagaimana sih caranya mendefinisikan sebuah kegiatan selama era pandemi ini, apalagi ini menjadi tantangan bagi orang tua ya di rumah untuk mengajarkan anaknya. Gimana diskusinya? Simak terus YouTube channel aku berikut ini. Okay guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you doing there? Hopefully you are still fine and still be happy to enroll your activities everywhere you are. So today I have the nice opportunity to call my friend, a really nice friend, because she is one of my motivations to speak up in English and then improve my language skill ability. And I already knew her about 3 years ago, and up to now I often share to her about some conditions of learning activities in my school, and also some challenges of me in my life, especially for improving my English ability. So who is she? We would like to send our greetings to her still in Catatan Nurma today. Hello, Miss Caroline.
Hello, Nurma. It's lovely to be here and to see you and to meet all your friends.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So how are you there?
We're good. We're all fit and healthy. Thank you. And how are you?
I'm good, actually. Hopefully, yeah, it will be better soon about this condition. So, Miss Caroline, could you please introduce yourself? Who are you? And then where you are now?
Okay, I'm Carolyn. I was born in England and I grew up in England. I became a teacher in England, but many years ago I moved to Asia. So I've been living in Asia for 20 years, teaching at various schools in Singapore, Indonesia, and in Thailand. So my background's teaching, so I have a passion for teaching and I love schools.
Okay, thank you very much. You have already given your time to me, and then we can discuss a bit about some conditions of education in Singapore, as long as this COVID-19 pandemic. And as an education consultant, hopefully, of course, you have many experiences, and also you have many informations about the way of the Singapore students to face this condition. Maybe you can tell about the phenomenon over there, Miss Caroline.
I think it's quite difficult for the children. It's very difficult because before the children were in the classroom, they had the motivation of the teacher, the support of the teacher, good relationship with the teacher, and now the children have to be at home, and so the instruction is very one way. They can only look at the screen and the instruction comes at them. They can't ask questions in the same way unless they use a Zoom. And that can be very time consuming with an entire class situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's challenging. And then for some students, they don't always have the right materials. I know that in Singapore that a lot of the poorer students have ended up with computers that have been provided by the government so that they can study at home. But it's still tricky. If you're in a big family and you're in a HDB, it's very difficult.
Yeah, this is the new conditions and never happened before, right? So it's kind of new adjustment for some students in Singapore, and I'm worried about students' motivations and also the lack of ability of the parents to struggle with this condition. Maybe you can give the fact happens over there, Miss Caroline.
Do you know, I always believed that education is two-way.
Mm-hmm.
And as a teacher, it's my responsibility to inspire teachers,
Right.
students. A computer is not the same, but the child's responsibility is to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel that the responsibility is more on the child.
Okay.
So it's up to the child to make the effort, and also with the support of parents to try and encourage.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think after the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
there may be some surprises.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are students that may have been coasting along that actually thrive in this opportunity to develop with their parents' support, because it's the child's character. It's up to the child whether they're going to make the effort. Yes, the teacher's got to provide something motivating,
Yep.
but the child has then got to make the effort to follow through with the suggestions. So
Okay.
it's always a two-way thing. It's always a two-way thing. It's not just teacher give, teacher give.
Mm-hmm.
It's about student responding. And that's the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now is the time for parents to say, okay, this is up to you.
Yeah.
You can put life into it and try, and we are here to help you.
Okay.
The attitude is more important than the expertise, because learning is also about failing. So some of the best learning happens when a child makes a mistake and has to correct that mistake,
Mm-hmm.
things for themselves.
I think I'm so interesting, guys, when Miss Caroline said that learning refers to the feeling, right? So it means that parents should control their feelings when they transfer knowledge to the children. So
Definitely.
when parents had many stressful things on their mind, it could be difficult to create good feeling to her children. So it will give the negative result. Is that true, Miss Caroline?
It is true, but then this is part of family life, isn't it? We have to protect our children sometimes from issues that are too adult.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, even this virus, there are still so many things to look forward to. It's not going to go on forever. There is going to be change. Things are going to go back to normal. It's not going to continue forever. Children still have the hope, but education is really, really important.
Okay. So based on this phenomena, as an education consultant, the way of you to see the result or the progress along these 3 months or almost 4 months, this pandemic, how the effort of the parents of the Singapore students over there, or maybe many protests or many what we call many problems conveys to you maybe about the parents' feeling?
I think I think the government here have done a fairly good job.
Mm-hmm.
They have tried to provide the extra resources with the computers for the poorer students.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you have to remember that actually Singapore was one of the last people to stop children going to school. So children were actually stopped from going to school, but now the circuit breaker is ended and those children are beginning to go back to school. How can we use this era or this time for the good? How can we make sure that you are continuing to learn, that you're equipping yourself for the future? And there are things that teachers and parents can do. You can encourage reading
Okay.
and skills because books are exciting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's so important that parents encourage children to look at books and to explore things on the internet with their support, making sure they go to the right quality of sites.
So, to encourage the willingness of the students to read a book, it's also become the biggest task for some students, right? But you say when you read a book, you can explore many things, you can get many informations, and then you can do many activities only by describing the book and then by getting many knowledge from that thing. But some facts also happens that some students are not have a quiet willingness to do it, right? So how is the way of the parents to provide these solutions, or like we can say reading a book to the children as a solutions, I think, as a way for exploring many things, as long as there's a pandemic, Miss Caroline, because you said that by exploring the book, it could be like the way to explore more and getting more fun. Yeah, maybe you can give motivations also for some students that could not do this.
The problem for many parents is that they don't understand how children learn to read.
Mm-hmm.
And children get discouraged with reading
Mm-hmm.
when the reading material is too difficult.
Okay.
So, if you want to encourage a child or even a teenager that may be not an enthusiastic reader, then you have to take them back to texts and reading material that is at the level that they can read at ease. So, for example, if I were to give you an engineering book and
Okay.
say,
Yeah.
read that engineering book, you would find it tough
Yeah.
because there would be technical terms in it, there'd be concepts in it that you don't understand.
Yeah.
You'd
That's
find
true.
it tough.
Yeah.
But if I gave you a very simple storybook, a very simple language, as long as the story was interesting, then you would probably read it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to let children enjoy the easier books, easier texts, and gradually as they build up that confidence and that fluency, the reading becomes more automatic, and then it becomes quicker and quicker.
Okay, so one important thing also when you give the book to your children, we have to care about the level and the age also, yeah, Miss Caroline. So pictures book, it will be better when you want to know about second language and then they are not familiar about that. So give the easier one so they will be easier to understand. So as a final statement, maybe from you, you can motivate all learners in the world, parents, teachers, and also students itself. How is the way to struggle with the positive spirit and also positive emotions? Please, Miss Caroline.
It's not easy. Remember, it's not easy for the parents. So they just need to know that struggle is okay and we learn through struggle. So don't give up, keep positive. Questions are okay. Just keep motivating your children. They can do it. Believe in your children. I'm sure that your parents are doing a wonderful job and they'll look back and laugh at some of the incidents that may or may not have happened during this time.
Okay, okay, my friends and guys, just now we already discussed many things with Caroline, and then it kind of like comparison, I think, the way of spirit in Indonesian students and also Singapore students. And we can conclude that both countries still struggle now, even teachers, parents, as also children, to encourage themselves to be better, deliver the education willing to the students, right? So they try to create many creative way to improve students' ability, and also we believe that parents also already put many efforts to do the best for their children. So hopefully our discussion will be useful for you and then improve your motivations as a teacher, students, as also parents. Thank you for watching this video. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And still in Catatan Nurma, waiting the next video. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Miss Caroline.
Goodbye.